Welcome to the X-Rated Sports Network, where we go beyond the surface. So recently, Stan Van Gundy is on the news talking about Knicks fans being front runners. And he said that Knicks fans love to cheer for their team when they're winning, but the minute they start losing, they're ready to boo them off the floor. What do you think about that, being a native New Yorker, as I am as well?
Yeah, man, we're New Yorkers, right? Like this buzzword, front runners, I mean, it's catchy, it gets headlines and all of that, but like, are we really booing our players? No, we're booing the ownership, right? This is an indictment for decades on the ownership of the New York Knicks. That's how we operate. That's what the Garden is all about, right? I mean, you know, that aside, let's focus on the positive for a second, right? Leon Rose comes in just a couple of years ago and changes the whole culture. All of a sudden, the 3 seed this year going in with some serious optimism.
Yeah, well, speaking of Leon Rose, we just have to let Leon cook, ultimately. He's done a real job of putting this roster together. However, back to Knicks fans, I believe that we kind of fluctuate with the 5 stages of grief. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a lot of anger and a lot of acceptance. But ultimately, if you're a Knicks player and you don't get the job done, but you put your heart out on the floor every game, kind of like Josh Hart does, then we'll rock with you. We have no problem. We won't boo you, we won't do anything. But the minute you feel like you feel entitled, you don't care, you're disrespecting the fans, you're disrespecting your fellow teammates, that's when Knicks fans will then attach that to say, okay, you're not even producing on top of that. So now we'll start booing you off the floor. But ultimately in that, yeah, it was really the product that the Knicks were putting on the floor, which led fans to be disgruntled. But ultimately speaking, I'm the eternal optimist when it comes to the Knicks. I always feel like, okay, maybe there's some glimmer of hope here. And then midway through the season, I start seeing, okay, there's no evidence of greatness right now. And there's an acceptance like, okay, this is as far as we'll get this year, and maybe next year. And I feel that's the position Leon has put us in a good way. I feel like we need a lot of depth to our bench. But once we get that depth to the bench, I believe next year is going to be the year that we'll probably really be able to go against a team like the Celtics or a team like the Cavaliers, and ultimately OKC or whoever else is in the West.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the bench is definitely a little questionable this year as we head into the playoffs, but you look at that starting 5, right? Start with Jalen Brunson taking less money so OG Anunoby can stay, so Cat can come in and be part of this team, so you can fit Mikal Bridges in there into this starting 5. Look at this rotation. I mean, it is as good as anybody in the league, but sure, when they're off the court, and you got a couple of different pieces and the rotations are a little different, it's gonna look a little different. But look, to your point, Leon Rose has done a great job so far. He set us up for success. A couple more years, or maybe even just next year, could be a whole different scenario.
System twisted, but we here.